Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of World of Tanks and Tactics Talk and me yapping. And here we are. Hey, who gets grumpy when they're bottom tier on Malinovka in a heavy? Raise your hand. That's a lot of hands. You know who doesn't get grumpy? Nemesis Warrior, that's who. He does not get grumpy. Do you know what he does? He gets to work. He says, fine, I'm bottom tier. I'm in the mighty KV3. I wanted to feature this particular one because you don't see a lot of KV3 replays, do you? One of the older tanks in the game. I love this tank. This is one of my favorite heavies. It really is. Very slow, big derpy gun, sort of unreliable armor, but pretty awesome armor sometimes. It's got everything, right? Bad depression. It's got everything. It's everything you don't want. All right, Nemesis. First lesson, don't go. Let's just see how you got hit. Over here, man. On the right. Always go to the red line going up this hill. Do the same thing from the other direction because this happens. The top of your turret is just high enough, or some guy next to you, and now we get a little love from the Lorraine 155-50. So always fade right. If you're thinking about you're going to get shots, don't worry about shots. Don't worry about just get up to the top. What you need to do is get your heavy up there, and that's what you're doing. That's a good thing. But if you're thinking, I'll just kind of surf the ridge and see if I can get a shot. Well, you're more likely to get shot by a camper who is stationary and zoomed in right there than you are to get a shot on the move on somebody. Now, this is an okay place to look for a shot because at least you have some of the trees right there. Again, though, if you get lit right there, you're going to get shredded by the guys down about where the 1357 is. But good job. You got up there. And now we're going to push up down low. This is some pretty good SA initially from the EBR. I don't know if he survives this little run. No, he does not. At least you know what's coming, but I don't know if I'd have done it as deep, so to speak, as the EBR did. But Nemesis pushes up into an aggressive position. Dog decided to come in here and shake. All right, so we're going to come here and take a peek. Where is the tank? Where's that tiger that looked like he was coming this way? Maybe he's here somewhere. We don't see him, so we're going to back up. Nope, we're going to stay. Oh, and we're lit. That's not good. Back up, back up. Hey, look, the armor worked out for us. We bounced the... I think that's like a basic perfect roll for the Tiger one. Oh, it always shows that. Never mind. When it's bounced, it shows you the standard alpha. All right, so we're going to come around. This is a good idea. Too much side armor right there. And then we come in, and the Tiger's not paying attention. And he eats 383. Slight low roll. Nice job cutting over to the right to give him as hard a time as possible. And then this was interesting. This Tiger comes in and says, I'm just going to out DPM this KV3. And the KV3 says, no, you're not, because I'm going to drop great big 300 plus biscuits. 339 low roll. Look at that. That's a bummer. Keeping the front armor. Right through him. Another three. Goodness gracious. Can we... 383. Slight low roll. 339, 324. Wow. Another shot. There we go. There's a high roll. 408. Another bounce from the Tiger who can't figure out how to pen you. And it's all over but the shout. Nice job. Gets in there. Solos the Tiger. Doesn't lose too much to it. And that is something that the KV3 can do. 34-100 comes raging in. Takes a shot and misses. All right. So I wanted to show that whole series right there. Nemesis, if you spin your hull in place and your turret will get on them faster. Now, you may have been wanting to move backwards for whatever reason, but I think if you swing if you spin your turret and don't move, don't drive forward or backward, just spin the hull and the turret at the same time, your gun will get on him much faster. Get that shot, then you can start worrying about maneuvering. Nice job here trying to get a little bit of an angle, unfortunately too over-angled. Just about to reload. Trying to find a way to get a shot, and this guy comes out, which was very foolish. Gets a 370 and a track. Nice little wiggle there to put some angle on it. I would have auto-aimed him there and then spun the turret so you're moving at the same time. That's just the slower way to do it. Takes us a while to kind of figure out how to get our gun onto that guy. See how you're moving backwards and turning is costing you a lot of time? This guy would have not got that last shot on you because you'd already shot him. And I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Instead of driving forward and back, turning your turret and turning your hull, just spin in place because your hull will spin faster sitting in place than it will by turning and moving. But nice job. We take down 2 tier 7s. supporting our guys up above by making sure these two don't become an issue. Now, had he come around that corner and the E-75 been down there, or the Conqueror, that would have been a different deal. He'd have had to have been much more careful, would have had a lot harder time, but he does a nice job getting up there and doing the heavy tank thing. And his guys are winning up at the top handily. They take down the Conqueror, and now we got to figure out how to move down. This little notch right here is a good place to do it, but there is an AT-7 sitting there, so we're going to look for a shot. Come on up here, creeping ever so slowly. I think he could have come up a little faster and maybe got the shot. He didn't know you were there, but he does now. There is an artillery, and you're relatively low hit points, so you need to watch for that. Also, guys will camp down on those trees. But let's take a look at it. The JT-88, last seen kind of in the middle. That was a while ago, so who knows where he's gone to. E-50 Panther T-30, probably down in that lower area. That doesn't leave a whole bunch. P-43 TR, we don't know where he is. So more than likely, you could probably push over into this little notch and get down into the low area. The question is that JT-88 waiting for you right down there? Probably not. He's probably not out in the open. The E-75 goes this way. Oh, wait a minute. He is. There he is. He is just sitting there out in the open in front of the... I thought this was a good idea. Just push over. Head on down here. Looks like you know about that route. That's a great way to get down into this low area and push into these guys. What's interesting about on this map is there's not really a corresponding area like that on the other side. And that's HE, I guess. I guess you're worried about the AT-7's armor. I think you probably would have loved to have had an AP shell right there because it would have done a whole bunch more. Especially into that rear armor, it would have punched right through it. T-95 goes by, AT-7 is dead, and now we're just trying to figure out how to dig out the campers. Like I said, there's not really a corresponding area like this on the other side where you can actually approach into some of their camping positions in a hold-down protected area. There's a couple low spots over there, but they're swept by fire from multiple directions, so they're not as good as this side. This side's much easier to push into the campers. This is pretty funny, this poor guy. You don't even wait till it's fully zoomed. We're just killing. Doing that KV-3 thing that it does. I'm assuming you yelled Stalin at that point. Where's the E-50? Because he's trouble. He'll one-shot you. I'm not really sure why you're looking over there, to be quite honest. Maybe you thought he'd snuck around that way, but I would not have expected him to be over there. I suppose it's possible. I would expect him to be about right there with his buddy. I think we're still shooting HE. Did we roll a 497? No, we just got 91. That was a shot. That's an important thing. It said 497, but two people hit about the same time, so it just shows you the total. Again, I'm not sure why you're on HE. Maybe you just forgot. I probably would have still been shooting AP, but holy cow, man. Nice job. 3,253 damage, 77 assists, 3 kills. Bottom tier heavy on Malinovka. So what's the point of Guido saying bottom tier heavy on Malinovka? It's just go do your heavy thing, man. There was only one already. That helped. In fact, that would have made me even more excited about getting up there and doing the heavy thing. Get up there and support your top tier heavies. Now, if nobody else went up there, if the Conqueror and the E-75 didn't go up there, then you may want to think about hanging back and trying to be a little bit more passive and wait for them to come over. That's not a great idea because usually your team's in trouble when that happens. But if anybody goes up there, get up there and try to help them. And stop crying about being a top tier heavy on Malinovka. Do what Nemesis Warrior did. Drop 3,000 and say, that's how you do it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support of the channel. If you learned something or liked it, make sure you subscribe. Give me a like, all that kind of stuff. And we will see you.